Alrighty, and we are live. Um, my name is Bleaknik, or Dom, more legally, um, and this is Nicholas. He'll be showing me a couple ropes here while I show him a game. Um, this is I Am the Weapon, a RPG by Zak Smith. Um, it is a superhero role-playing game, and I wanted to present it to Nicholas to have basically to pitch this idea that I've had for the game where we're kind of emulating the vibes of like Common Writer, but like Common Writer, whether Amazon's Black Sun, or any number of edgy transforming superhero media. And I guess I just want to ask you, Nicholas. You were one of the few people that jumped out on this idea. What vibes with you here for the pitch?
Yeah. So I guess I have to preface. I have not consumed that much Kamen media or like tokusatsus for that matter, other than the basic Power Rangers, which is I guess more. It's more for like small children, right? Younger boys, but I do love the idea though of maturing that concept. That's what stuck out for me. Oh, okay, it is Kamen, it is a tokusatsu, but it's mature in the way that there's gonna be like real repercussions. You get hurt, you get actually hurt. There's not like sparks. Yeah, like coming out, like you're gonna green or like red or black blood is gonna gush out. But I also like the idea of you're still a hero. Like you're being brutal because you're not dealing with humans anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's justifiable, I guess, to rip a monster's spine off, like Sub-Zero. So that's awesome. Like I get to be a hero, but we can like be have almost of well, I guess it is childish in a way, like childish violence. Just having fun with that. So that stuck out to me. Any idea of being a Kamen, man? Come on, be a bug dude. Like who does not want that?
Yeah. I'm masked. Yeah, with I Am the Weapon, mechanically it's a very straightforward superhero game, kind of meant to be a almost OSR adjacent, but not OSR, approach to Marvel's TSR, not Marvel's TSR, TSR's Marvel Superheroes role-playing game. Just kind of reanalyzing it, throwing out the Fruit Loop table, and kind of it has like gritty undertones. I Am the Weapon. It's very, very lethal. It still has like superheroic opportunities. Like you don't just die when you hit 0 HP. There is like a pump yourself back up kind of mechanic. But it has those opportunities. I don't know how well it stacks up against other superhero games. Weirdly enough, like I'm not too far from you. Like I've only seen like maybe 3 seasons of Kamen Rider, a few of the movies, and I read a few manga that are in the tokusatsu vibe, like my background, or Sumino Nihei's Abara. My stream didn't like that, but things like that. The specific, the game itself goes off of, let me bust it out here. The game itself uses all the dice of the rainbow, minus the gimmicky like DCC dice and all that kind of stuff, the Zachi dice. Purely, did you happen to get that? I did not send you the text document, did I? Let me hook you up.
I do have. Oh, you mean the character, the one for the characters?
Yeah, the one I tossed together.
I did not.
Here we go.
Yeah, I also like the idea of there's a biopunk vibe to it. Yeah, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. The big inspiration, another big inspiration for me was the Palladium Nightbane, which I'm sure that Palladium isn't hard to kind of process, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So with I am the weapon, or rather with the pitch, what I've titled "Common Enemy." It's a stroke pitch where it's a breakdown of basically elements to emulate edgy tokusatsu, edgy transforming henshin hero um, media. My
Uh-huh.
specific one that I want to play and present to you is a setting that I've labeled Cannibal Crusade, which I've already pitched to you, and we'll bring it up a bit later in the stream here. And basically, I would like if you're cool with it, we're just going to dive into the mechanics of the game at
Yeah.
any angle you want. We can start with the raw mechanics, talk about how the systems work, and the dice. We kind of already went over the dice a little bit, but in order
Yeah,
of the book, it kind of suggests doing character creation first. What were you going to say?
I'm gonna say we can go a deep dive, man. I'm all in.
For sure. Would you prefer diving into the mechanics or character head first?
Well, what do you suggest? What do you think would be the expectation?
I prefer character so that you can
Very
kind of
well.
have an idea of who you are, and then you can start applying the rules. Because even something as simple as like the initiative system in this game, baseline is backwards. We're going to kind of 4D it. We're going to chat about it, see if it works. But the order is literally backwards in this game, and hopefully we'll get to understanding that. So with the text document I sent you, as it kind of says on the stream here, everything is measured in levels for the most part. So you're going to have a column stat, and your column stat can be can range from 2 if you're abysmal, like disabled, up to 100 D100 plus so and so. It is very much measured in the dice, like a what's it called, Savage Worlds. So you don't just have a 10; you have a D10 in something.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm. So for the text document I sent you, it's already got the B on it. Step 1 suggests take the boosts. I made a boo-boo and I put 2 on the text document I gave you. You can keep those 2, but you can reduce it to 1 like the book says.
So normally you start with 1. Okay, let me get my Sophies. I'll probably roll stuff, right?
So Sophies, you'll find that Sophies will rock for this. I would love if you use Sophies for this.
Okay. Sorry, I should have opened before. I don't know why.
No, I didn't.
When I was setting up everything here, I kind of forgot.
You're good.
Okay, is it showing already?
With how awesome I think Sophie's is for this, you would think I would suggest it.
There you go. Wait. Just resizing. All right.
Beautiful. So step 1, you took care of it. You got the 1 or 2, depending on what you want to do. Boosts. So step 2, we're going to go ahead and just roll a D100.
Bam. An 8.
A beautiful 8. So anywhere like in a blank spot on the sheet, note down teleportation, parentheses, any.
Powers. Okay.
Yep, you can put them in powers. Teleportation, any.
So or
yes. So you're gonna be able to
personal armory.
Yeah. Or its variants.
What would be a personal armory, like a weapons?
Yeah, you're Deadpool, so you have you name it available kind of thing. I've got chainsaws, katanas, pistols. I've got my personal armory.
I think I like teleportation. I'm gonna keep it.
So we'll hold on to that. And before digging through this document, I'm not gonna worry about that part. Go ahead and hit me with a D20.
Oh, D20. 20.
Oh my god. So you're gonna get another primary power. I'm pretty sure that teleportation any is a primary, so this character's already kind of juiced out. So primary power in the secondary round primary powers table. If I can find her, did I just pass it? Yes, I did. Hit me with another D100.
D100.
Yep.
85.
Energy, aura, electrical, or illusory figure.
Yeah, and I need to read that again. Wait a second. Energy aura, electrical, or illusory figure.
Yes,
I think it would fit more with teleportation, illusory figure. So I'm
I
gonna get
agree.
that. There's kind of a theme already, you know.
Mm-hmm. And
What
let's
do you
see.
think about that? Okay, I'll talk about that after we
Sure,
go.
sure, sure.
Let's continue. I have a question later.
I gotta dig through the book to find the next table, so please ask.
What about the possibility of just having like this guy that does not mesh or players speaking things that just does not make any sense together? For example,
Mhm.
I had this one experience with this one Brazilian game, Brazilian system,
Mhm.
and it's almost like a GURPS Lite, but very much less autistic, like outside of the spectrum, I would say.
Mhm.
And I played with like these buddies of mine. They're both not into the whole RPG thing. Like they were like kind of getting to it, and it's a whole like point buy system. You can buy your powers,
Mhm.
and the character he had ended up making was like this like barbarian of like the north,
Yes.
but he could fly. That was just it, and it's a fantasy setting,
Mhm.
and it made no sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just flew. He's like according to barbarian, but like he's flying like Superman. No explanation.
That's kind of the vibe I get from a Thor, just casually. I know he like his hammer is pushing him or whatever,
Yeah,
but it's just kind of awkward, just like,
yeah.
hey.
So, do you think that is a problem, or is that a bug, or is that a feature
That's absolutely a
in this
feature.
case?
That's absolutely a
Okay,
feature. The
it
way
fits with the
I
genre.
Yes, the way I envision superhero role playing games broadly, like I mentioned, I'm not like this is kind of the game that got me to start reading comic books. Like I hadn't really vibed with it in general, and then went from there. But the way I think of superhero role playing is kind of like the individual. There's a GM, of course, but the individual players are kind of like the own writers of their serials. So like
Okay.
this is Superman, with Batman or whatever, and
Mm,
you kind of have to honor the quote unquote issues of the person who's playing Batman, right? Like you can have a Superman story, but especially in a 4D context,
uh-huh.
the person playing Batman is still going to introduce their elements. Like it's a Superman story, but Joker might show
Okay.
up,
Okay.
whatever it
Uh-huh.
may be. So I don't really think that. I think very much think it's a feature that you
Yeah,
have like a thematically weird character.
I see.
Um, like even in the AI pictures I generated,
Uh-huh.
I had all these like weird transformed freak shows, and then I had the punk guy, and it's just like, well, you're supposed to be eating people. It's like I didn't say you have to use your mouth. You could, he's got
Uh-huh.
fire powers. He could be consuming their bodies by, or their
Okay.
brains by emoliating them. It can be
Yeah.
more interpretive. It doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay, it makes sense as well, I guess, that because usually that's there's something very much in Japanese media.
Mhm.
There's guys are fighting, and then one of the dudes they pull something out of their butt. They're like,
Yeah,
oh, they could do that the whole time. It was just kept in a secret. So I guess it fits, you know.
yeah. It's like the JoJo's a Rocky forgot memes.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, I love that. I love. So that's why, like, when I thought of that, like, okay, I'm in. I'm a JoJo fag. So like,
Yeah, oh yeah, we can shrink to any size or stands to any size, and this will never become
yeah,
relevant ever again. Like,
again, yeah,
no, I think that the outrageousness is absolutely a feature,
yeah.
um, but that's definitely something that's a session zero tone thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, is there any example, like because you're generating your character and that's what kind of inspired you
Uh-huh.
to bring up this topic? Is there any concern that you can think of with this game
Maybe
or the
not for
theme?
the setting, because like, what's the expression like? I guess like balls to the walls are kind of expected, you
Mhm.
know. So it's fine. Like if you have a guy who has firepower, but he has this one ability that it's out of the thematic of so far. I think it's fine for this
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
I think that a character being incongruous with the rest of their own character, I think that's definitely like an issue of the character. Like if they're just pulling a weird power, it's like, well, how you could just do that? You're like, well, what just happened? It's not like thematically concise. But who knows? That's definitely like a case by case.
Maybe it's flavoring. I don't know how much you can flavor, because it says teleportation. Any like can I flavor it to make it jive with the other powers?
Absolutely, and we'll kind of get to that. But basically, you'll find that all the powers in the game have a very, very high. They're very broad. Like you might like just across the board, they're very, very broad, and you basically limit them and make them more strict in what they actually are to gain more boosts. That the one that you got at the beginning. So you kind of limit yourself to gain more power across the board, or in other areas, not across the board. Mm-hmm. So in limiting, you can kind of narrow down your theme and your idea. So go ahead and hit me with another D20.
Bam. 19.
Okay. So if
you have no powers or gimmicks.
You absolutely do. Otherwise, pick any tag matching any power. All right. So now we're going to get a little goofy. So we're going to put a pin in that. So okay. I'll also note that down. Go ahead and roll again a D20.
Bam. Another 19.
Good God. we're gonna be here a while, I guess.
Another one. I don't know.
You're gonna keep going, yeah.
14.
Okay, thank God. Oh, good God.
Wait, what?
Look at 14.
Choose the same tactic. Okay, so we have like 15 different abilities. I'm a one-man army.
Hey,
all right.
What do you need teammates for?
I just have clones. 11.
That is a power. Okay, we're good. We're done. You're done. Get out of here. You don't get anything for an 11. We'll stock you up on powers. We'll get back to that. I'll go and copy and paste these 19s. Oh. Oh. Go ahead and hit me with a D20.
Another one. Let's see. Bam. 14 again.
Cool. So this is your background, and random tables are random tables, so you can change it up.
Yeah. I want to see what it is.
Absolutely. The kind of job you'd expect someone with your power/gimmicks to have.
What? Oh, but I don't know your name yet. Should we bounce that?
Yeah, we're gonna end up bouncing back to that.
Okay.
So we'll take.
Richard. It's always the one dude who does not know what's happening. He always has the best RNG ever.
Look at the zoo. Let's see here. So put a pin in that bad boy.
I want to keep all the dice here. I want to let them accumulate. I think it's gonna be funny.
Look at my mess. This is my character. Alrighty. So here we'll knock out the ability scores, because these will probably end up. These will definitely influence your power choices, and we're gonna go where you're gonna end up going with that. So as you see there on the blank sheet, we have your captain. Calm, agility, perception, toughness, appeal, intellect, and network. This I'm not against changing, because something like network in this setting might be a little weird. With the idea that for a common enemy, you're supposed to be a nomad. You're supposed to not stay in one spot. But to randomly generate these guys, all 7 of them, basically you're going to roll. This might be where you want to clear out your Sophies. You're going to roll a D4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 all at once.
Wait, a D4? Oh.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
No. Oh, wait, I wrote the wrong one. Not a D20. A D10. What? I forgot my hotkey for D10. Give me a sec. Nah. What? What is my hotkey for a D10? Ah, this one. Okay.
Beautiful. So, like in a D&D and OSRE kind of thing, you're going to randomly generate your attributes. You don't have to put them in order or anything like that.
Okay.
But we're just going to note down all 7. So every individual roll. So that's one set you just made. So we're going to pick the median die. Ties go to the lower of the 2.
What do you mean?
Sorry, the median result. So.
Oh, the average, like in between all of them?
Yes. So you see you have the 2s, so they're on the low end. You have a 7 that's on the opposite end.
Two.
And then you have
2 4s.
You have 2 4s, which would be the median. They would be they are both the median. So because they are both the median, you're going to pick the lower of the 2.
A 4.
Yes. So one of your 7 stats is a 4. Is a D4. Is a 4.
Oh, so I choose one of them to be 4.
Yes, but we can do all 7, and then we can come back to your allotting.
Okay, I'm gonna write them down. Okay.
Yeah.
7. So I do the whole thing. I roll them all again.
Yeah, you're gonna do it again, and you're gonna take the median every time.
Okay. Okay, math is on with me. You gotta help me here.
You're good.
I have a cold.
It's gonna be whatever that 4 is. What's that 4 supposed to be?
This is a 4.
But what is the die?
A 1.
No, what on the sorry, on the die that has the 4 facing me. Or facing
wait.
Do you see the number 4?
Oh, I messed up, man. I messed up.
Yo, what is that thing?
I messed up. Wait a second. Wait, it's a D10, a D4.
Yeah, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
6, 8. Wait. 10, 4, 6, 8. A D. What else?
4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
A 12. What? No. Because I never had to use all of them at the same time, you know. So
Yes,
I'm lost.
Okay, these are all.
No, that's right. That's right.
Okay. So
Right?
we'll keep going. Do answer the question for me. What is that thing that has the 1?
It's a D4. It's just
Okay,
like
I gotcha.
not in a weird shape, you know, because you can actually read this.
It's not a caltron.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So I'll take this one as the actual first result then.
Sure. So that's very convenient. It's a 12.
It's a 12.
Yeah.
All right. So then I will. Wait. So 12 is my median?
Yes. So do you see the dice? So you have a 1, a 3, right on the lower end. Then you have a 7 and an 8. The median result was the 6 on the D12. You see what I'm talking about?
Okay, so I have a 6. So I have a 6, not a 12.
It is a 12. I have the.
I'm adding.
You're not adding.
What do you mean it's a 12, man? There's no 12 here.
Look at the shared screen. Look at the Word document.
Yeah.
So line up the dice from the one that rolled the least to the one that rolled the greatest. Write down the middle die, the median roll, not the number on it, but the die itself.
Oh, the physical middle die. Oh, okay. I was like, what is this weird math that we're doing? Okay. But even then, on the roll greatest, write down the middle die, the median roll, not the number one.
Numerically, the middle.
Oh, I see. Therefore, so I'm deciding the dice, not the number on the dice.
Exactly. The die is the actual stat.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I can breeze through this now. Okay. Let's like. So that'll be. So I have a true D4, a D4 and a D6. Which one would be the medium then? The actual medium.
If it's a tie, it goes to the lesser of the die.
So D4.
Sorry, you mixed me up. So
because I'm going like the bottom 3 in the order, right? I'm going like this, and then this, then this, then it jumps to this.
Yes, but in this case, the 6s would be the quote unquote median. They share the median spot.
Okay.
So therefore, they're tied. You take the lower of the 2 dice. So in this case, it's the D8.
D8.
It's a tie between your D12 and your D6.
All right, if you say so. Okay, so
Yes,
it's an 8. Okay.
it is an 8. It is an 8. Starting
Should
off
have
strong.
Okay, this is bad. Should I reroll this because it's gonna be hard to
No,
look?
what? What do you mean?
Oh, so it's a 7. It doesn't need to be lined up.
No, doesn't hurt. I mean, as long as you can mentally do it.
Okay,
So
so
in
I
this
need
case,
your help.
it's a D6.
It's a D6. Okay.
Someone's gonna watch this and be like, Dom fucking, what the fuck is Dom talking about? Oh, good golly. So this one's easy, right? That's D6, right? Because
Okay.
you have a triple. Yeah, they're all sharing median.
Sorry.
Less.
Oh yeah, this one. It's the. Which one is this one again?
So we're gonna do. So it's gonna be.
Is the D10?
It's between the 10 and the 6. So you're going with 6.
Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 numbers. It's 7, right? So
Yes.
keep going.
D4.
D4.
All right. We made it.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'm not punking you.
Wait, isn't that not a 1, 2,
Oh, I'm
3,
sorry.
4, 5, 6? This is the last one.
Oh, this
So
is
that
your
would,
7th? Okay, gotcha.
is that a 8 then? A D8 or a D10?
It's going to be 6.
Okay. Now I can arrange these. Is it the rule set that is throwing you off? I don't know. It's just the first time I ever see something like that. It is just the
Using the-
physicality
Yeah.
of rolling the dice to, so it threw me off guard. Like, but I understand what if I could like manually like
Physically,
align
yes,
them
absolutely.
would make it easier for me.
Yep, 100%. Sophie, get on
Okay.
that already. So I think next is skills. So before we get into skills, I think we should go ahead and
Should I assign the numbers yet, or can I leave that for later?
let's hold on to those and let's go look at your
Okay.
powers because some powers are powered by your core attributes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what are we tackling first? What would you like to tackle first? Your powers.
Did you ask me something?
Yeah. Which one of your powers do you want to take a look at first?
I got like 5 of them. Like, I need your help.
So one of the ones that you rolled, right? One of the actual you got like teleportation, was it?
Teleportation, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go. Let's check.
All right. So teleportation. It's primary, not too important anymore. Its starting level is going to be from a D4 to a D8. All right.
Okay. D4 to a. Okay.
We're gonna have to talk about that too.
Okay.
Just to get this out of the way, go ahead and roll a D4, a D6, and a D8. Let's just knock this one out. Pull off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about this?
So unlike your attributes, when you roll for the power level of a power, you roll all the dice and you don't take a median. You take the one that rolls its maximum value on the physical die. And if you don't do
5.
that, maximum value. So if it got a 6, you would take the D6.
Ah.
But if you
So I
don't get
keep
any
rolling?
max, no, you take the lowest. So your teleportation is going to start off at a D4, but you can make it more powerful as we go. So next to your teleportation, we'll put D4.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And as we can see here, it kind of goes down and breaks down into a couple of details regarding how, what its limits are, its range, its how it's evoked, stuff like that. So it could be line of sight or voice. So, but that would slam it to a level 2 because being able to teleport somebody with your voice is pretty strong. Visible, somebody looks at you and you can teleport them.
Wait, so does this teleport other people, not myself?
Yeah.
I thought it was teleporting myself.
It can be. So these are the broad rules for teleporting. It kind of just, like I said, all the powers in this game are very broad. Then you narrow them down to make them stronger. So teleportation, just every teleportation concept known to man, basically.
Okay.
Then you can narrow it down with teleportation, long range teleporter, teleportation short range, teleportation personal long range. So now you
But
can
is
only
this
do
something
yourself.
I do now, or is this something that is through like leveling up or whatever is the
You're
equivalent
picking
here?
these now. There's no leveling
Okay.
really. It's just this is
And
your
how
character.
many? Like, how do I know what I can pick? I pick just one.
Yeah, just one of these teleportations. Yeah.
Personal short range. Wait, what page is that?
This is on page. Where's my page? Oh, oh badass. I don't know where. Huh.
Okay.
The Word document has
read.
failed me.
I'll read through yours. Yeah, I was thinking that like I want to pick like a simpler teleportation because I don't want to just like teleport someone's body to concrete and like rip them in half. You know. I mean, I guess the other enemies are strong too, but I don't want to have like a nuke gun. You know.
Well, if you have a nuke gun, then I have a nuke gun.
Yeah, exactly. I guess. So okay, roll down so I can start seeing the actual
Yeah.
bits of teleportation. You got long range. No. What about the short range?
Can be done in combat.
Requires no period of concentration. Targets can be teleported anywhere in line of sight or within level number X than enough feet. Are there only these three, or are there more underneath it?
Personal short range.
Oh, personal. So this is teleporting me.
Only you.
You can teleport yourself unless you touch someone on a person. Requires no period of concentration. Can be done in combat. Targets can be teleported anywhere in line of sight or within. I'm gonna pick this one.
All right. Sounds great.
Wait, so just let me write down. This
Yes.
is personal short range. Okay.
So we're gonna get a little zesty now because this is a more powerful version of this of the power. You did D4 to D8. Go ahead and hit me with a D10, 12, and 20.
Okay. Can I repeat which ones?
A 10, 12, 20.
A 10, a 12, and a 20.
Cool. So your personal short range teleporter is actually a D12 in power.
Wait, what? It's not a D4 anymore?
Nope. Because we just rolled for the base, so we went ahead and kind of kept those previous dice, and we added the others that the short range would have normally.
Okay.
So because
So it's a D12 my teleportation.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okie dokie. That one's done. We got one power out of your 5.
One power.
And it was touch, right? That was the vibe you were going with?
Yes.
I think that's what it says. Okay.
I mean, it's myself or someone through touch.
Yep. And go ahead and next to it, put physics and occult.
Oh, my power?
Yeah. So it has starting tags physics and occult because some of your rolls later on are going to rely on same tag powers.
Physics and occult.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think before you asked the question about like how do you balance the game or like what do you do in a game that doesn't have custom character creation rules? As you can see by this character creation, you just pick whatever you want. Fuck it. You want to play the Human Torch? Let's make the Human Torch. Fuck it. Like you're just gonna go for it.
I mean, that would work pretty well with like a high trust table. I think pick your guy. Maybe just roll like the levels, but like choose your powers.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think you could talk that, but anyhow.
I absolutely agree, especially if the session 0 and the high trust also kind of leans in the idea that, well, I'm going to create like a nemesis. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be a guy who can combat this nightmare that you whatever your character is. So after teleportation, what did you roll?
Illusory figure. Like an after image.
Oh, so easy. Starting level is going to be your intellect plus 2 levels.
Okay, I'll write that down so we can put it in there. It's intellect plus
2.
Plus 2, okay.
So the pluses in this game just mean the individual dice. So for example, if you have 10 intellect, your illusory figure would be power level 20. because you go to 12 and 20. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Okay. So much easier. And this one next to it put occult, psionic, and light for its tags.
Okay. Occult, psionic, and
light.
light. Okay.
It kind of goes on to a bit more ideas of like if it affects everybody can be physics associated as well, but we don't have to worry about that if you don't want to be physics associated. So you got after that you got the 219s. So let's see here. Otherwise, pick any tag matching any tag matching any power you have, and roll until you have the same starting tag primary power on the secondary power. Oh,
I'm lost. You gotta
no, you're
got
good.
me by my hand here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you sticking this out with me.
Okay.
Let me bring this bad boy back up. So it was pick any tag matching any power that you have until you get a same starting tag primary power on the secondary power. Okay.
So I can choose another one that has the same tag?
Yes. So what it's basically saying, and I'm just going to go with it. So we have all these color-coded tables here. So these are the different tagged primary powers.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just go ahead and just pick a tag.
Let's go with light.
Already. Let me take another look at this nightmare. Pick any tag. Any matching in any power you have. Got it? Okay, that's what it's saying.
The table above.
Yeah. It's telling us to roll specifically until you just luck out and fuck it. You get the hit me with 100.
100. Wait, no, there you go. 48.
48. Okay.
Chemical transmutation or mutate. Is that a power?
One of them. One of the two. So, what are your current tags? I'll note this down.
I have physics, occult, psionic, and light.
All right. Oh, good God. This was 48. This was the chemical transmutation or mutate. I'm going to take a random guess and say that. No reason to random guess.
I'm not really sure what chemical transmutation, like changing iron to lead.
Yes. Yeah, you got it. Oopsie.
Chemical transmutation.
So this one, tags. Chemistry.
So it's not valid.
It is not valid. Mutate.
So mutate.
Give me mutate. Do I see mutate?
Yeah.
Occult, thank God.
Okay. So mutate. Do I D6 to D12?
Yep. So go ahead and
everything in between those.
Before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at it before we get too zesty. How do you want to mutate people?
Oh, okay. This where can you highlight where you're looking at so I can voice, visible, bomb, touch, beam slug, conical blast. Huh?
Yeah, cone. So everybody in front of you, like a cleave.
Man, which one? Let me see. Which one make more sense? Mutate.
Yes, and it is outright mutating homies in front of you, or who look at you.
Oh, this looking is too strong. I'm gonna keep it like a. I think a slug. I think it's like kind of like a spit or like a
Sure.
gloop thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with the beam slash slug, one level higher. So yeah, go ahead and do a d6, d8, d10, and 12. 6, 8, 10, 12.
6 and 8, a 10, and a 12.
Come back here. Okay. So your mutate slug or beam is d20 in strength.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Okie dokie. And what is this? Okay, I lost myself. Choose any die up to the level die of the power. If so. Okay. So when you blast them, you give them the mutation. Got it.
Okay.
Understood. You're not picking how you're mutating them now. You're
Okay.
just going to randomly determine at the time of you doing it how you're
Okay.
mutating these people.
Okay. I can have a table. That's fine.
Yeah. We'll worry about that later. Or not. If we get rid of the table and just say how you mutate.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. So is it a fixed thing or does it always change?
No, it's always different, but
Yeah.
if you have a vision for the character, like I turn everybody
I want
into.
to. I want to see how it went up because I would have
Sure.
never guessed any of these. So
Who am I?
exactly.
I really am a common writer. Figuring out my powers.
Like I wake up one morning and I figure I have a power I didn't know I had. So
All right,
I
go
got
ahead.
5 and counting. So
Yeah, you're not gonna get any more.
okay.
Hopefully. Yeah, you're not. Go ahead and roll another D100.
D100 go 56.
Alrighty. Damage absorption or matter constructs.
Like materializing stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's. I don't. Yeah, it's not light constructs. It's like creating like walls of ice.
Okay. Let me see. I do have illusion. I can teleport. I can mutate people.
I lied to you. I'm sorry.
And
Think of a different power. You were more on the note. It was solid objects. So you can move and change the shape of existing solid objects as if they were clay. Oh, neither of us are right. Okay, never mind. It's kind of like Magneto, almost. Not really.
but can affect robot. Wait, work on organic life. Wait, this power does not work. Okay.
You're reshaping material, which is kind of in line with you being able to mutate humans.
Yeah. I'll keep that. Even though matter, the other one was, I think it was simpler. Matter constructs.
What is full absorption? Something I have to add is that all of the enemies, quote unquote, the titular characters, all of them have armor. They have regenerating armor, so you do have a kind of an innate damage resistance.
All right.
Damage absorption, if you wanted to look at it, because it is cool in its own right, it's kind of almost like, I don't actually know what a good superhero for this. It's you take the hit and then you turn it into something.
Okay.
So you can turn it into more strength or what have you.
All right.
So matter constructs.
Yeah, matter constructs.
Cool. So and finally, because you have so many heckin' powers already, your last power roll was to. We'll get back to the power level of matter constructs. I apologize.
Yeah, because I did not get that. I did not say that straight.
Okay, this is what I recalled, where you can specialize it into ice or earth. So baseline, it's a D4 to D20 plus D10. So baseline, just roll all of the dice, basically D4 to D20.
All of them?
All of them. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah, D4. No, 1, a 4, 6, a 7. 8.
Yeah, bishop. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I don't see any max values. No die roll its maximum. So go ahead and see if we can get real cool. Do a 4, 6, 8, and 10.
Sorry, what do I?
Roll d4, 6, 8, and 10.
D4, a 6, an 8, and a 10.
Okie dokie. So the base power of your matter constructs is d4.
Okay.
Because none of them were rolled max value, so you go to the minimum possible. Alrighty. And did you want to specialize it in ice or earth, or do you want to keep it broad?
What is the difference? Like, well, what does it change?
Let's see here. Just specify you can only control ice or earth. The level doesn't seem to be manipulated, so it is just a matter of the vision of the character.
I'm gonna keep it vague.
Cool. And that covers all of it. Oh, well, almost all of it. Oh, God.
Okay.
Now we actually look at these secondary tables. So on all, pretty much, you have so many tags. I don't even know what it's worth referencing it. But you said light earlier, right?
Yes.
You still kind of want to go down that line?
Yes.
So from light, let's see here. Where to go? Radiation time, light. So you can pick any light secondary.
Resistance, X-ray vision, glow, disorient, color control, blinding flash.
That already sounds like a Kamen Rider move. Tokusatsu roll.
D20. Huh?
So it's a D4 to D20 plus 10. We'll worry about that in a moment. But yeah, it does what it does on the tin. It's just AoE pulse from you.
Oh, you're a Henshin, and you're going to Henshin. Look at yourself in your camera.
Oh no!
You're going to Henshin.
What in the world? I don't even. What on God's green earth is going on?
You're ready to transform.
I'm gonna restart some things. Try to fix that. I wonder how long that's been going on.
So I'm gonna roll from D4 to a D10.
Yes, no, D4 to D20. Do the whole gamut. What the hell?
Did I roll D10? No, I did. Bishop is kind of like that.
With the energy absorption. Or the damage absorption, rather.
I gotcha.
I swear I'm not vibrating my camera. Okay. I'm mentioning.
That's your power, your vibration.
Okay. That was awesome.
His anchoring to the material realm is weakening.
No. Okay.
There you go. It's stabilized. So okay, these are my numbers. Help me number.
I apologize. Let's see here. None of them are max. So go ahead and do 4, 6, 8, 10.
4, 6, 8, 10. I got a 4.
Ooh. Okay. So your blinding flash is D20 plus D4.
Okay.
All right. Those are all your powers. Now.
Now listen here. Okay. Well.
Let me tell you something. So we can either go down the route of talking about limitations and narrowing down customizing the powers basically and what they look like. Oh, before we do, let me give you your custom.
Background.
No, that's a very good point. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's talk about the masked the common enemy powers, because you get even more powers. You're not done yet.
More.
So you're going to have armor parentheses or hyphen carapace.
Okay. Armor.
I apologize, not carapace. Armor hyphen husk.
Husk. Okay.
And all husk differentiates it on is that its armor's nasty, because like Superman has armor, quote unquote. It just means that if you want to get through and actually hurt him, you have to over damage his armor, and you can't normally reduce armor. Armor husk breaks. So that's kind of like my way to say that, these tokusatsus are very tough, but they are only so tough.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a, let's see here. Is it primary or secondary? Oh gosh. Secondary. So go ahead and roll D8. All right, I apologize. 4, 6, 8.
4, 6, 8.
So it's going to be 4.
Okay. A D4.
Yeah,
or just a 4?
D4, yeah.
Okay.
D4 armor husk.
Uh-huh.
And let's see here. Yeah, that's the only real sexy power I believe that they get. Yeah, okay, well, I didn't get into. I think I was on the fence about whether or not to give them enhanced agility to kind of emulate the martial arts, but we can bounce back to that at the end. So let's see here. So yeah, we can go ahead and tackle the skills if you want, or we can start talking about your background and what kind of job this character would have that his powers would associate him with.
Okay, I think we should talk that.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a lot here.
Yes.
So teleportation, illusory figure, he can mutate stuff as well as manipulate matter, like shape it like clay. And he can produce light, which this one I think is the least weird one. Now, illusory figure and blinding flash kind of vibe together, I would say.
Yep, that was the idea with the tags, yeah.
Yeah. But like I'm lost on a first glance, like a job that kind of, I mean, with all the like mutation, that I think that's the main theme.
Yes.
Mutation. But I don't want to go the boring, worker. What did they? Are there like some questions? I see something here. Did you get your abilities in the course of your work, or how do you keep people from? Oh, okay.
Yeah, some of these aren't going to be directly translatable to the setting. I was playing with the idea that with the Wishers, there was one of the idea that like it. I'm not sold on it. This is kind of like a recent idea. The idea that the setting had superheroes. The setting was just a normal super setting for the most part. But then, and there were Wishers. There were some villainous assholes that were just causing a ruckus. But they were kind of like not really around until they all kind of did their power play for control. When one of them basically wished for all of the supers to be gone. So kind of like X-Men, Scarlet Witch, no more mutants to everybody, all the powers away kind of thing. But when people got exposed to the Wishers and their influence started coming in and people started turning into the enemies, the people who were superpowered got their powers back plus this transformation. So you could go the angle of I was someone superpowered, was more in line with I am the weapon, lost them, got them back, and now I'm a bit more veteran in my abilities, or something like that. That's a bit more, setting heavy stuff. Um,
Yeah, I think I like that. Maybe he was like a super before, and I think when it came back, so the mutation was not part of it. I think the only powers he had were teleportation, like and light magic.
okay.
Like all this mutation stuff is,
That came with his transformation.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Like as like
maybe
a
he was like,
kind of like a foul like corruption because he's like, oh, I have these illusory powers, but now I can actually start manipulating matter.
yeah, something like that. I think. I think would go with, yeah.
Cool.
So
So
right now, like,
so was he a stage magician like they're suggesting, or what kind of powers would somebody who could teleport and create illusions do?
like his Clark Kent persona. I mean, like his
Yeah,
he
like what
regular
would his occupation have been?
uh with light powers. Man, what like what year is this?
It's contemporary, so it would just be
Okay.
either current year or we could date it a bit. We can really
Uh,
fit anywhere. You can go 90s
Man.
for the ultimate wad cribbing.
Uh-huh. I know, man. I'm shooting blanks here.
Yeah, it's a confusing one. We can either re-roll the background, choose a different background.
Yeah, let's see. Let me roll another one. Let's see if I can get
Yeah,
some inspiration there. Is a
D20.
D20
Yeah.
a one? So
Okay.
opposite, polar opposite.
Full-time crime
Full
fighter.
time. Oh, okay. So
Easy.
I was being, there is a higher motive here. Okay. Wait, man, this is weird. Okay. Yeah, I just fought crime. That's all I
Yeah.
did, I guess.
Done.
Full time crime fighter. That's it. Maybe I was like in a police force or something like that.
Sure.
And whenever I would like solve a crime or something like that, that I realized, wait, there's actually powers involved. I off shift would wear the costume and like solve it a little bit more vigilante style.
Mhm.
The small fish, the justice takes care. The big ones, like I do it I do the dirty laundry myself.
Sure. And
Because
you you
I know that the system is not going to take care of them, so I have to go against the law to protect the law.
awesome, awesome. Did you let's see here. Yeah, sounds great. So with being a full-time crime fighter and being a secret vigilante at the time for losing your powers and then getting them back, um, you have. So we're going to add some skills. So we're going to add local knowledge and streetwise.
Local knowledge,
Local knowledge is
streetwise,
probably useless within the scope of this pitch, but you have it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And go ahead and roll up a d6.
the six, five.
So you have 5 extra skills, but cannot get therapy, occupational, humanities, science, other languages, or well traveled.
Okay, and where are these other skills?
Right down here. So I believe it's baseline 2, so now you have 7 because you were a full-time crime fighter. Let's see here. Three. Okay. So you have a total of 8. So you got 2 for free, or baseline. That was the that was local knowledge, and what was the other one?
Streetwise.
Streetwise. So the way that the skills work is that they all have an associated attribute, and then baseline it's just plus 1 higher. So if we'll go to streetwise. Where'd that go? Is it going to be an appeal? Am I just glossing over it? Yeah, okay. Perception. So let's say, for example, you have 8 perception. Your streetwise would then
Oh,
be D10.
okay. So how do I start choosing? Like, what is the?
Whatever you're vibing with. I can't find the
Oh,
ding dang page numbers because I blew it up on this.
but wait.
It's near the it's near
I
this
can.
area.
Yeah, that's what I was. There, I found it. Okay. So you got agility, acrobatics,
Yes.
toughness, perception based, appeal based, intellect based. Okay, the attributes, right?
hmm So you may want to start slotting the attributes, but
Hmm.
yeah, we good to go from there.
Huh. Let me see. Humanities,
hmm
hacking, explosives.
And
Uh
and
oh,
you're
I know one.
and you're being barred from choosing therapy, occupational, humanities, science, other languages, or well traveled.
Okay, I'm gonna get surveillance
Cool.
because because I was a vigilante, right? So I was watching the streets, man.
And knowing having your eyes everywhere is really good for a teleporter.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. Uh, toughness. Oh, martial arts.
hmm
What's the difference from hand to hand and martial arts?
So martial arts is big sexy. So
Okay.
it's expensive. It costs 2 of your 8 skills, which you have a ton, right? But with martial arts, you can just do a bunch of maneuvers, basically. So it'll complicate the game and your character, but you can do a bunch of cool strikes where if somebody misses you,
Oh,
then you
which one is more complicated?
martial arts. All
Okay, that's what I was. Okay, because I think I'll go just with hand to hand. To be
Mhm.
honest,
Yeah, and I was kind of vibing with the idea of you
because
getting.
I think, huh?
I was just going to say that I was going to suggest near the end that I like the idea of the enemies having enhanced agility, which makes it so that they can dodge, any number of attacks coming their way. Whereas
Uh-huh.
baseline in the game, you're dodging maybe once around, if at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Nah, I like the idea that he kind of does not have like a he's like not a necessarily excellent fighter.
Mhm,
He's just like strong and has like these abilities. So
mhm.
it's kind of raw
Yeah,
fighting power.
absolutely. The other thing that hand to hand lets you do is that the way that hand to hand normally works is just it's actually you rolling your agility to hit somebody, and then your toughness is the
Mm,
damage. But when you have hand to hand combat, you can now roll to hit with your toughness, so you can be the
okay.
brute fighter that just uses raw strength
Wait,
with
so
hand to
can
hand.
I? Where do I have to write this right now? I should write.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would recommend it. Yeah.
So toughness
Mhm.
for damage and
Yep.
check.
Damage. It's damage, and if you have hand to hand, now it's your attacks.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
If you take hand to hand, it's for both. It's normally just damage, but hand to hand lets you use it for 2 hits as well for checks.
Okay, okay. I still have. I can choose more, right? I have to choose more.
Yes, you
So
have
sports.
you have a total of 8 skills,
Oh,
not including.
firearms for sure
Mhm.
makes sense. Firearms, stealth, drive. Uh, man, I'm lost here.
Let's see here.
Wrestling. Oh no, that's okay. Perception based, appeal based.
You can also specialize a bit, and you can add more. So let's see here. I believe
Oh,
Orsa,
there's law there. I'm gonna get law.
right?
Yeah,
Sounds
law.
good.
Of course. I mean,
I'd hope so.
yeah.
Enacting street justice, regardless of the law.
Research. Is that or is that bend? Is that barred?
Research, I believe it wasn't, but let me not lie to you. Research is not banned. No, it was
Okay.
therapy, occupational, humanities, science, languages and well traveled.
So let me see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Counting
5, 6, 7. One more?
is that including the 2 freebies you got out the gate?
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be 3 more.
3 more. Oh, because it's up to 10, right? Okay.
9. You have 7,
9.
right? So total of 9.
Yeah. Mechanics, science. Man, this is deception.
I'm just so skilled. It's tough being a one-man army.
I can't hold all these skills, man. Occupational. What is that?
You cannot take occupational. That's one of the bans.
Oh, okay.
Occupational kind of means that you care about your job, but the background is barring you from it. But I don't care if you take it. I guess the implication
exotic
would be
weapon.
bows, katanas, darts.
Oh,
Whips.
Whips.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. I'll get that. Maybe I used to have like a tool as a hero. You know.
Sure.
I don't think I have it anymore.
Okay.
So I think I used to. Let me see. What would be like with light stuff or something that represents it? Man, I can. I can admit something that will jive with it.
I cannot think of a light-themed weapon.
Yeah.
Cop who specialized in flashlight foo. Like,
Yeah. Man, beats me. I think something else then. Maybe it does not need to be light. It's just a tool that I use.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you already have a pilot and drive?
I have no
Or
only.
you have driving. I'm sorry.
I did not. Oh yeah, no, I could choose that, but I don't know. Wait. Burglary, left hand, pilot, drive, firearms, lightsabers, laser. But I think that's just a sword, right?
No, it's the balance. You have to. It's a very specific weapon.
Okay, yeah, because there's no weight to it, right? Okay.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna go lame. I'm gonna instead of exotic stuff, I'm gonna go with stealth.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think that's it.
9. You got all 9.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Okie dokie. The final bit, and this is kind of shown off in Uriah's game. Does something similar with I'm looking at the first word, chaos. What came before chaos?
Ensues.
Chaos ensues. There we go. With the contacts, where have you filled in all your main attributes?
Oh, I didn't yet, right?
Yeah, do fill those bad boys in.
So I know I have some that are directed by intellect and toughness. So I think I'm gonna put some on them. I have a 12. So I'm gonna make that a toughness a 12.
Sure. So when you're swinging at somebody, you're calling D20.
Why?
Your skill gives you a quote unquote +1. So you have hand to hand. So when you're rolling toughness, which is normally a 12, it's now a 1 step further at a D20.
Oh, so it's the dice above.
The dice above, yeah.
So do I write that next to it?
I would, yeah. The way I like to format it is the skill and then just the raw number or the raw die that it's associated with. Like I don't, there's not really much.
Oh, I don't need to write. I need to know it's a 12 then. Doesn't matter.
For your hand to hand, I would put a D20 next to it.
Oh, because the number still affects some. All right, yeah.
Because technically your toughness, or rather your hand to hand would be.
So
20.
my intellect is gonna be an 8.
Sure.
then that's a D8.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I understand this game now. Okay. Then I have 4 6s. So
That's
I
good.
guess I'm gonna choose whatever is my 4.
What did you put in calm?
I'm thinking of making it 4.
It's your sanity.
Yeah, like I think I lose control easily. Maybe I'm not really like a level-headed guy.
I wouldn't be. If I was a crime
Yeah,
fighter, lost my powers, got
got back again, but it's all
yeah,
messed up.
invaded by these weirdos. Now I'm this monster man. I'd be cooked out.
Yeah. Okay, so my com is a D4, and all the other ones are D6s, right?
Sounds like it, yeah. And then
Yeah.
whatever skill is associated, you would just bump it up 1 when you're writing on the skill.
Oh, if I roll like streetwise, I get my intellect.
Exactly. Yeah.
D6 plus 1.
Streetwise was perception. So whatever your perception is, +1 when you're rolling streetwise.
And so my perception is D6.
So when you're rolling streetwise, it's going to be an 8.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, wait.
Surveillance and detection.
My playlist is playing Donkey Kong Country. That's not preferable.
That's how I felt when we were looking at the powers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's next step?
You've got the base idea. The skill is just 1 step higher from its associated attribute.
Yeah.
You have backgrounds, which backgrounds are, like I said, with Chaos
Didn't we do
Ensues.
that?
We talked about it, but then we
Contacts. You're talking about contacts.
Yeah, contacts.
Okay.
Similar to Chaos Ensues, where if you want, you can determine your background out the gate. Or not your background. I apologize. Your contact out the gate, or you can bank it for later. But basically, let's see here. I don't believe. Let's see. You don't start off with one, but you can create one at any time by lowering your network by a step. So what's your network normally?
It's a 6.
So if you wanted to have like a Clark Kent Lois Lane thing, you wanted to create Lois Lane, you would turn your 6 into a 4. Now you can create this contact character to be,
Okay.
to be there for you, basically. And you can do that before or after the game.
It stays as a D6, as a D4.
It's permanently lowered. Yep.
Oh, okay.
They're meant to be very, very important to you, and the GM isn't allowed to just kill them, quote unquote.
Is not allowed.
Not allowed. I can. Okay. They're supposed to be able to threaten them and be like, "You got to save them, or else you're going to lose your contact."
Okay.
But you're not supposed to just kill them outright, quote unquote. And that is it for all of the numbers and stuff. The only thing remaining are limitations and boosts. So basically, if you limit your power conceptually, any one of your powers conceptually, I can then, quote unquote, reward you boosts that you can then use to improve your powers or your other stats.
Oh wait, so I can like lower by a die, like a step?
No, you're narrowing the concept. So mutate, for example, mutates your big, crazy power, for example.
Yes.
Let's bring up mutate. Dare I say it's almost character defining in his monster mode.
Going monster mode.
So let's see. So we understand this.
Sorry if I'm sniffing too much. You tell me if you can hear me sniffing all the time.
No, you're absolutely fine. You're a fucking trooper for doing this. You are. I am assaulting you, and your body's assaulting you.
Everybody wants me dead,
including me. my own self. Transformation is random. So like this, for example, you can mutate any biological creature. If you said that, no, I specifically want to mutate butterflies, Like, I don't know why you want to do that, but like if your
Uh-huh.
character concept was the butterfly omancer and you have a jar of butterflies that you mutate into wolves or something, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
then that would be a limitation, quote unquote, because I can't just mutate any living thing anymore.
Okay. Oh, wait! A light came, a breakthrough. Because I have light powers, and all the kamen are like kind of bug typed, right?
Yeah.
Firefly, man.
Okay.
Fireflies. That's it.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, that's just it.
All right.
I think that's more about the appearance of my guy than.
Yes.
But all right, sorry.
No,
Mutate.
you're very
So
on theme because. Oh, please continue. I'll talk about that later.
because I throw like a blob or something that mutates a target, right?
Yes.
That's my ability.
Yes.
Uh,
One of them.
biological creature. Should I be able to like just keep it vague? So can I mutate them to whatever I want?
So the transformation as it is random. I would say
Okay.
that if you wanted to mess around with it a bit and like specify what you
Uh-huh.
turn them into, I would probably want to eat one of your boosts. So because that's kind of making it in theory more powerful because you can now, use
Control
very
it.
definitive. Yeah, exactly. Instead of it
Yeah.
being random.
I have okay. What do I use boosts for to power a move during an action, right?
During character creation. So if you wanted if you have a stat that's too low, or you wanted to
Uh-huh.
re-roll a table, you can use a boost to roll it again or improve the stat.
And during the game, I do not use it.
No, they aren't used in game.
And what is the point of having a point boost left?
There's none.
Oh, so I
Yeah,
should use them.
yeah, you want to use them.
Oh, okay.
You can't bank them. They aren't used for anything
Oh, yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Normally.
Maybe I'll decide it like on my
Yeah.
mutate. Not the target, but what they turn into. I think would be a more appropriate.
Cool.
Narrowing down.
Okay.
Maybe.
Depending on what you're turning them into. Yeah.
Does it mention there or?
I mean, how do you mean?
Like on what they become? Can I look at
So
the?
yeah. So the way it works normally here is that what is your mutate again? It's like crazy, right? It's a D12, D20.
My mutate is a D20. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You got maximum. So basically, when you choose to use your thing and it's mutating somebody, then you can choose any die from 4 to 12, basically, and then you roll that thing. Oh, where I lost it. So choose any die on the level die of the power, 4 to 12. The higher the die, the more you're mutating them. Roll each of their ability scores using the current level at one end of the range and the die you chose at the other end. Okay.
I don't think I follow.
Whatever. Okay. So it's at one end. So if I choose, he gives the example. If their intellect was an 8 and you chose D12, you'd roll an 8, a 10, and a 12 and pick the middle. Jesus Christ.
Okay, this is not very conductive or conducive to. Okay. Is this the only way?
No, it's not the only way we can.
What would be the most straightforward way?
I mean, us rewriting it.
Oh yeah. What if I so let's see what are the transformations, and I'll pick one,
Okay.
and then I lose a boost. I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay, sounds great. I'm not even gonna eat your boost for that. Because we were already rewriting the ability.
One run power. Oh, because it can be a bad thing, right?
Exactly.
For me, okay.
Well, for them, yeah, you might turn them into something really big and bad.
Yeah, that's kind of okay. Makes sense. Oh, but it's just like referencing stuff from the book itself. Is there like something? Is that all of it?
That's it. Yeah. So you would mutate them. You're not turning them. I apologize. But an example,
all of them is giving them powers. Why
it's
would I
giving them
want to do that?
it's like you're giving. I mean, like allies. So if you have buddies with you, you can mutate them and give them more powers in the moment, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking little here. Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. Man, okay, no, this is gonna be so because then I mean, I guess kind of like having a spell in D&D, like I just whatever if we play this with someone else, I just let them know. Look, if I use this power, this is what happens to you, right?
Mhm.
I can have like a message. I think okay. I'm gonna okay. One random power from the mutated list. Let's check that one on. What is
Host choice? A lot of these are hosts. I just realized so many of these are host choice, and then there's.
No, but I want to see the powers from the
Yeah.
mutated list. I want to
That's-
choose one. That is what I do when I gloop someone. You know.
That's great. I'm just gonna mutate it. There's the useful table. Oh well, too late doing it. That would have been really useful earlier. So mutated powers. So you could
Bouncing or shapeshift. Adaptive weaponry. Adaptive. What? Or web. Web like
like a spider.
webbing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Induce sleep. Oh, there's sleep juice. Immortality. What is that?
You make them immortal.
Can I shoot and teleport in front of me? Like, is on myself. Like, what's the deal?
That is a good question. The secondary list was.
Yeah, these one are more respectable. Let's check.
You can give
malleability.
Give them regeneration.
Yeah, giant size. Outer eagle, adhere, healing, limb, and feature transference. Oh, that's interesting.
Now it's evil.
Yeah.
They're making them ugly.
Independent body. What is that? Independent body part.
I can rip off an arm and put it back on. The arm can
move on its own. Okay, yeah. That's okay. Gestalt being. What would that be?
It's
become like a cloud.
No, it's a fusion. It's a Dragon Ball Z fusion.
That's kind of cool. How does that work mechanically?
You take the greater of your abilities, basically, and I think some other stuff.
That would be so cool to role play. Like you have two people, like we're kind of controlling the same character.
Yep.
That would be pretty cool. But I don't know if we're playing with someone else, right? So I'm not gonna take this one. Bestow, outer ego, adhere.
That'd be such a weird thing. I'm gonna spit on you. Your form's gonna be all malleable now for me to gestalt into you. Like that's a really complicated way to get there, buddy. But you have to be the initiator.
Yeah. It feels like using a tool for not what it was made for, but it works. Like they clearly like this is not how you should be using this, but it's working,
Yeah, doing it randomly, rolling into gestalt being, and then being like, "Get over here."
I think malleability will fit into matter manipulation. You kind of like tie it all together.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of become rubbery, like clayly.
Gooey.
Yeah.
That would be really gruesome to narrate too. I'm not gonna rip you apart. I'm gonna stretch you until you won't stretch anymore.
Yeah, have you seen those videos where they make those candies like they and float it?
That's great.
You're gonna become a brown sludge.
And then you go back, you get exotic weapon whips, you turn a dude into a whip, and you
I used to fight the other one.
Hey.
Yeah, man, it writes itself. What can I say?
It's really gross.
Yeah.
So malleable material resistance. Turn you into
pliable, highly resistant to kinetic damage. Yeah, so they can be punched. They do the Piccolo belly stretch thing. Go back to normal.
Okay. I'm not.
Yeah, I think it ties everything together.
Yeah. Your
But wait,
level
I
number.
wait, I need to know that because whoever I do these to, D20 to a D plus, but I give them that,
You
right?
give them it. Yes.
Okay, see, this is something like if you want like to for the, I'll
Hmm.
say even like roleplay this game, I would suggest not leaving to roll that on the spot because
You figure that shit
how long
out.
it took just to decide one of my powers, and then you have to do that in middle of the game.
True.
I would not leave open ends. Get everything you can, make it like already a tight package.
Yeah, especially at first, unless you that's second nature to you. You're
You
you're
know what?
deciding this before.
Maybe go back to malleability. I'll take a screenshot of that instead, so I don't have to write all of that.
Oh, my alphabet's failing.
Mal
There we go.
LMN. Yeah. Okay. Done it. Okay. Okay. Give me a quick hot second. I just need to listen to an audio here. Someone
Yeah,
sent me. This is important.
absolutely.
Okay. Sorry. All right. What would be next?
Alrighty. So we've narrowed it down to the malleability. You were talking about mutate and how it'd be too cumbersome at the table to roll it every dang time.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Power, secondary power. Let's see here. And before he doesn't even mention how to. Oh, here we go. The transformation is random. Choose any die to. Nope. Yeah. I am assuming that it is just you roll it in the moment to determine what the strength or malleability is. I'm down for you to pick it because you've already received maximum value. Not you can I won't let you pick it to the max, but I would say like D20 or lesser because your mutation is D20.
Uh,
So
so that's the
whatever
level of malleability I'm giving to the
exactly.
okay.
So you can go ahead and max it out. Say that whenever you make someone malleable, they're
Uh-huh.
D20. So anything bludgeoning isn't going to touch them for the most part,
Uh-huh.
or you can make it lesser.
Okay. I choose now or I
Up to you.
choose when I
Your call.
okay. I think I'm gonna leave it open so I can control it.
Sounds good.
I guess it makes sense.
Okie dokie.
Just I'll write it down. I just okay.
Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and eat your boost for that because we made a nice custom ability with it.
Okay.
As far as your light, your teleportation is concerned, do you have any immediate questions for that, or do you have a good enough idea? Or do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah, I lose every figure. I make like a hologram, right? Like a fake, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you could just
Teleportation. I got it. I can do it myself or touch
or
to make
touch.
something go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can mutate by throwing matter construct. I have to like go there with my hands and start sculpting pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm. You
Blinding
can also
flash is, you
you can also
know,
add if you want to keep the spitting motif kind of thing, like maybe use a bit of it like a fly does to kind of make it malleable.
yeah. I
I don't
was
know how.
thinking of something like that, yeah. And then armor is just the husk, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's your exoskeleton or however you want
Okay.
to flavor it. But your mention of a dragonfly earlier, kind of. I remember you were like, you're not
A firefly.
explicit firefly. You're not explicitly like decked out to the nines in firefly motifs necessarily, which is
Yeah.
which is kind of like how Kamen Rider ends up doing it later
Yes.
on, where it's like they're they have the same motif, but it's like, oh, this guy's a ghost or this guy's a wizard or whatever. So it's
They
very
have another layer to it, right?
they still have the bug head.
Yeah.
Already. So I believe that covers all of the character creation. A hour into the hour and a half in. Awesome. So on to the actual mechanics of the game. The actual mechanics for the broad, speaking very broadly, I'll go ahead and not stare at that document anymore. Very broadly, the game runs off of a kind of competitive dice kind of scenario where very rarely will I tell you to roll against something. So if you're rolling to hack into a mainframe or whatever, and you're rolling security, I could just tell you, beat the intensity of a D6, for example, and then you roll your security, try to go over a D6.
So wait, what does that mean?
So I apologize for saying D6. So whatever, let's say for example, you have security D10, right?
Okay.
You'd roll your D10 and you try to beat the 6, like any other like D&D adjacent game where DC 6 beat the 6, right? No modifiers. Okay. So that is how the kind of the base system ends up looking. But it's heavily emphasized and encouraged that you basically personify opposing system. That's a better word. Thank you, Richard. Where you should personify everything to a certain degree, or as much as you can. So like, you're not just hacking a complicated security system, you're quote unquote going against the hacking or the security skill of the person who designed it. So when I'm rolling, I'm not telling you to beat a D6 or a 6. I'm rolling a D6 against your D10, and of course, whoever wins that, opposed roll succeeds.
Okay. I see.
So
it's like the world is reacting, right? Okay.
Exactly. So it's not recommended that things be static numbers. And even then,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Human peak static number is suggested just to be a D10, not even a D12. So it's kind of like, I imagine, like a step lower than what you would imagine. So like beating a 4 wouldn't be the most crazy thing, or a 2 is the minimum. So I like the idea of swaying on the side of always rolling against you. And as far as 4D is concerned, you tell me, because you have absolutely had more experience with running the game and playing in these styles of games. Where Sophie's, I think this would come in very good handy. Where you're rolling a good amount, and you see it there.
Yeah. What exactly you mean? Like, no matter for the you think you want to know if I see something that could be a problem?
Yeah, just with that basic idea before we get.
No, I don't think. I do think that system. I say this. I've been saying this for years. Nobody listens to me, but like systems, I feel like they kind of lead you towards a specific way to narrating. Like sometimes you'll be like, no, I like to narrate this like this only. And I think you need to respect the system, and because you are rolling for everything, like kind of the world.
Yeah.
I think that maybe this is the kind of game where you want to roll first and narrate after. You wanted to translate the dice.
Yeah.
So like if I approach, I will use the hacking example. I approach like a terminal, and like if I try to gauge if it looks like, does this look like a very high tech or it has good securities, what I would do, I would roll first and then give the information later. Because if you give the information first and then you roll, turns out you like got a super bad things. Like what does that make of the world? Either like the super high tech company for some reason hired like someone incompetent,
Mhm.
and kind of becomes like a joke of the moment, I guess, like something comic.
Yeah.
Or you just roll first and determine like, oh no, it does not look like a good job. Does that make sense? I think was a
No,
better
absolutely.
example.
I do like the idea. I do like the idea of gauging, checking it first, and
Yeah.
oh, it's a D6, security system or whatever, or what have you. Um, yeah, I think that is a very good point where the
Mhm.
narration kind of changes, or at least you're not necessarily narration of the on the GM side, but the player's approach. So you'd be doing the investigating, you'd be looking at it to get an idea of something reasonable, and I think hacking is a reasonable
Mhm.
thing. And it's like, oh, the security level is D6, and then you would go from there.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do see what you mean, where that it implies a different narrative
Uh-huh.
approach. Now that being said, um, the action round system is where we're gonna. This is the scary part. So
Oh boy.
yep. So it's backwards. It is outright backwards, and self-admittedly in the text a little counterintuitive. But basically, and this can be something displayed on cameras or on screen. But basically, you have the way it's presented is that you note down everybody's perception stat, and when action rounds begin, when people are
Uh-huh.
when things are intense, combat or not, you declare your action in order, in reverse order of perception, so in ascending order of perception.
From the lowest to the highest.
From the least perceptive to the highest perceptive.
Uh-huh.
So the idea being that when you are declaring your action and narrating what your character, I guess, if we're just
I
narrating, saying
see, I see. Because then I can decide to, oh, I'm gonna
counter,
jump because I come after. Yeah, I can counter it, right?
yeah.
I see. Okay, that
um,
makes sense. Okay.
while you're doing this, you get your dice ready. It's very like visual, like the dice, the character creation, where it's like you put your dice in your hands, which I
Uh-huh.
guess can be displayed on Sophie's, which is cool, right? We can have it loaded on the camera,
Uh-huh.
but you don't roll them, which I don't know if Sophie's can do, because it can't not do that.
Yeah.
But while the actions are being narrated, and this is the same, this is a mechanic for the whole game. The GM is supposed to determine quote unquote modifiers in the
Uh-huh.
form of giving you advantage or disadvantage, even.
Uh-huh.
So if you are countering someone's action, if you are putting them in a disadvantageous position, or you have like you outnumber them, then
Mhm.
people can start getting additional throws to their test,
Uh,
basically. So while you're declaring, you're collecting basically not your dice pool, but your sets of rolls, if that makes sense.
so how did that play out?
So, for example, simplest thing I can think of is your spit. Your spit.
Uh-huh.
So you have a slug, and it will determine. Okay, you have your slug, and I don't know why you'd be shooting somebody. But let's say, for example, you want to you have a firearm, you have a gun. This is much easier.
Uh-huh.
You have a gun, so you want to shoot the crook. You would narrate in we'll say that the crook is less perceptive than you, right? And the crook narrates how I'm running up to him and I'm going to stab him or what have you, right? And then you narrate, I stand my ground or I back up or I stand my ground and pull the trigger, right?
Mhm.
The crook running at you is in an objectively disadvantageous position
I see.
because he's running at you and you have the gun already on him. So
Okay.
when he rolls to attack you, you roll your firearm skill, and the GM has already given you, probably just very quickly,
Okay.
Nicholas +1 or Nicholas, bonus throw or whatever,
So it
however
is
what you
kind
call it.
of old school in the sense that we all say what we do and then we roll all together and let it
Everybody
play
rolls
out.
together exactly,
Okay.
and then yeah, everything is then narrated in traditional descending order.
I see. I was just wondering, like, with that kind of games, like, because as a GM, I could not be able to remember, especially on a table with like 5 or 6 people as they're supposed to
Mhm.
be played. But I'm not running the game, so fine.
Good luck. Um,
It's gonna be like a 3 people game too, so I think it
mm,
should be
at most.
more.
Yeah, this keeps going a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not done.
it's not over
Um,
yet. Okay.
so like I said, it goes down in descending order, but in theory, nobody misses. There's no AC in the game. You have
Yeah.
armor, yeah. If you get shot, it goes through your armor first, or your husk in your case.
Uh-huh.
Um, but when someone fires at you, they're just going to roll damage. Point being is that if somebody this crook, right? This crook,
Uh-huh.
well, you're not going to dodge a bullet. Let's say that the crook has super agility and he could dodge a
Uh-huh.
bullet. Um, he can then say, after you rolled higher than him, he can
Uh-huh.
then say, I drop down in an attempt to dodge the bullet. Right? Because we saw that you are hitting him first, right? You
Uh-huh.
beat him. He's not stabbing you first. You're pulling the trigger before he can get to you. So he can react and cancel his action, basically. He doesn't get to
Uh-huh.
stab you anymore, but he now tries to dodge the bullet.
So you can change your declaration.
You get to throw it away, basically. So you can defend once a round normally.
A defend. I got what you
Yeah,
mean.
or resist is the more broad
Yeah,
term.
yeah. Okay, I see.
So the reason why you want to roll high at the beginning is not only because you get to go first and you hit them
Uh-huh.
first, but also because if somebody if he said no, I'm gonna tank the bullet, right? He would then be able to still stab you. But because you've already pulled your trigger, your action's already happened, you still have your resistance. So you can still try to defend against the stab.
I see.
So you still have your one chance to resist.
Okay.
But if you want to resist before you get your action, then you don't.
Okay. I got you. So how are you going to play that? Like, should I have always on display like a number? My what was it again? My agility.
A perception. Your perception is what
Uh-huh.
you declare in order. Yeah,
Should I always have it showing?
I would suggest it, just in case.
Okay.
I think that would be the most convenient.
Very well. Gotcha.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to try heavy roleplay or like a 4D thing with I Am the Weapon yet,
Uh-huh.
but I did do the sister game Demon City with it, and it was real sick. It uses tarot cards instead of dice. It's more
Uh-huh.
of a horror game. It was really cool up until we got to the combat. Everybody was in character, but in the moment the combat happened,
Oh, man.
I absolutely remembered like, oh, I didn't describe how this works to anyone yet. Here we
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what we can do maybe on the day we end up playing, we can have like a 15-minute like mock-up action scene just to
Mhm.
get a feeling for it.
Yeah,
I think that would
absolutely.
be preferable. Uh, I see, but yeah, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff.
I don't.
I would like to see how it plays out in 4D.
Me too. I think that like you were saying before about just the base system, I think it does lead to a different potential narrative.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Narrative flow, I would say.
right. Uh, and then just the session zero, agreements as far as like I know that like it hasn't really it's kind of fallen out of fashion, the idea of doing the like who describes failures, who describes
Uh-huh.
successes. It's not really talked about very much in the 4D space. At least I haven't seen them very often. You do correct me if I'm wrong, and people still do
Mhm.
assign it.
Usually during session 0, I always forget about that. Usually I remember that on the day, like, oh yeah, so how are you doing this? Because I forgot that now, just because you remember me. So which would be more playing with the system? Do you think?
I do think that because of the way this system approaches its resolution, I think that it does lean towards that being assigned somewhere. Because in this case, and I do this for BRP, where it becomes kind of like a situation of I, in the event that I beat the roll, then because it's all contested,
Uh-huh.
I then get to kind of not assume control of your character, but I do have more narrative, power in
Uh-huh.
this instance now. If that makes sense.
So so I'm lost, man.
No, you're good.
Sorry again. I'm
No,
my
you're good.
brain is not working properly. I'm not
No,
having the right amount of oxygen intake
no, you're good.
right
It's
now.
it's overwhelming.
Can you try
Um,
to explain that again? Like, so
yeah,
I attack guy, or rather, we do the order thing.
mhm,
I declare I strike.
yeah,
Let's say the guy tries to dodge,
yeah.
and he
The
fails. I narrate his receiving of the blow.
the combat would definitely need to be considered. I was talking just more like broadly, like if you're just competing outside of combat. But
Okay.
in the combat, I'll actually have to take a look at the way that ends up playing out, because I know the damage, the dodging, the resistance is a little weird and funky.
Okay,
Let's
but
see here.
that's changed then. It's just
Yeah.
he decides to soak the blow. He takes
Mhm.
the blow. I narrate how it looks on him. Because I don't mind, but then again, you know the system more than I
Mhm.
do. I don't I don't like I don't mind taking the failures and narrating them.
Mhm.
I think narrating how my character suffers is a very sweet spot for roleplay, because you get to express in a very unique. Only you know how your character acts with
Right.
pain, or so. But if that is not conductive to this with the system,
No,
we
I
can do
absolutely.
something different.
I think it absolutely is. I think how you react is absolutely going to be it.
Yeah.
Um, the combat was the angle that I hadn't considered as
Uh-huh.
far as narration in this system.
Okay,
But
like
the
usually when what? Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I was just going to add that in this case, I don't think it'd be any different. Where the person who's resolving their action is going to describe, I would say, of course, like the moment leading up to the impact. So
Uh-huh.
the intention, so to say, or like the
Yeah,
what is coming at them. And
yeah,
then if it's like a mind control ability, then okay, yeah, you're controlling them, whatever.
yeah.
You're telling them how the reality is changing, depending on how extreme the power is. But when you're just physically maiming them, you'll kind of like get to that last, point of impact, and then, they
E-
would pick it from there.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. So we're on the same page.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not outright telling them you grovel in pain. No, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
oh
yeah.
no, this is coming towards your chest.
Uh,
My spit impacts in the back of your cranium, um, threatening to mutate you.
yeah.
Roll the resistance. Your body is now stretchy, or whatever the malleability
Yeah,
is
yeah.
described as. But I think that the traditional way of doing that would be fine. Powers, you having that control, but that's just per the power.
All right.
You telling us that you're blinding everybody around you. That's your power. We're not blind with the flash.
Uh, do you want to read that last comment there? Maybe I think it's a interesting point.
You have to share the PC with the GM in this case. How so? Like the stats of the character.
Yeah, elaborate. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what Richard meant there.
Well, I think that we would discuss and we would determine who the people are, of course, like who they are, their motifs, the characters,
Mhm.
mutant monster man
Is this the
motifs.
kind of game where taking that route with this question, is his comment? Do you think this is the kind of game where the GM should have a copy of all the player characters?
No, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
that the
Narration change. Well, there's always a little bit of that, right? When I get
mm,
attacked, they always describe how it strikes me. I don't know if that's what you mean.
I he the action order. Yeah, they're like you mentioned like retconning. I think I see what you're getting at, where like there is a when you're in the action rounds, there is a narrative change. Like there is a shift in what is being described because now we're going in this reverse order. I don't think it's as egregious as like a raw initiative order, but it's definitely going to feel different when now we're talking about the lowest perceptive person,
Uh-huh.
narrating what they're doing, what they're intending.
The GM. Well, okay. We'll see how it plays out. I think is probably the best way to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
gauge it.
Yeah, and for I think that's really good. I think we've kind of covered all the bases for the mechanics with that. Um, there's a bunch of like little minutia with things like falling damage and other like little
Uh-huh.
nitty gritty stuff, but that's can be just back end facing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
d so and so
All
damage
right.
and so on.
Well,
The one thing I do want to narrow down is the resistance rolls because
uh-huh.
through that in a moment. But as far as setting is concerned and like what your character is doing, this is definitely going to be like a conversation for other players as well. But like specifically how with a nomadic character,
Uh-huh.
do you have any idea of how they're getting around, or if it is just they're teleporting from teleporting across?
Well, it's not that
It's not that
long of a
far.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think it's the usual, like, hitchhiking, walking, like getting in public transportation because it can still look human, like a
Yes.
regular guy. Just say being low profile in general.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. So not independent, still kind of relying on other public
Yeah,
transportation.
yeah, and maybe maybe he kind of lost his job when he lost his powers, so he's been like homeless for a while.
Mm.
And since the returning of his powers, he's did not really make. I don't. I think that's more of a problem than anything else. So he did not come. He did not come back to the police force. So he's being kind of outside of. Maybe he was even like caught and what he was doing in a way, or because that's corruption, like just doing justice outside of the system.
Mhm.
And so that's why he wants to keep a low profile as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, as far as setting gimmicks go, like the like having like a cop job, having like a policeman job, that will be very difficult for someone to maintain. With
Mm,
the big conspiracy elements to it, it is like they're doing active checks on people. They
yeah.
have at least how I have it set up so far in my head is that they have like tech that's revealing people. They've got
Uh,
weird pseudoscience devices that are detecting who is an enemy, who isn't, things like that.
uh,
And if he wasn't well liked, it's a red scare situation of just report him and we'll take him out. So
yes.
a lot of angles. Well, he's like, yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah. So I think it's been mostly like that. So his teleportation does help, of course. I think he gets out of tough situations, like without much confrontation. So he's still undercover. Illusory figure as well. So I think he's been on the run, and whenever he gets close to being caught by like the government, he manages to. So far, he's been managing to run away with his just teleportation and illusory power.
Mhm.
You know, stuff like that. So he's been kind of wandering.
Cool. Um,
What about the HP?
yes. So your HP is your toughness. It's the
Oh,
raw
okay,
number. So he was 10. No, you had 12, right?
12. Yeah.
So you have 12 HP. Um, if you are dropped to 0, another cute little bit of this,
Uh-huh.
the mechanics. If you are dropped to negative, so 0, you're just cut up, you're messed up. Negative means that you're out of the fight, you're staggered, you at a minimum lose a round, just being in pain.
Mhm.
Every round thereafter, you roll toughness against what messed you up. So if you are shot, by blasting with a
Uh-huh.
laser beam, and the laser beam does a D10 damage, and it rolled 10,
Mhm.
and it went through, and you're all bleeding out now. Um,
I have to roll more than that.
every time you roll toughness, you have to. And this can be player facing. You can roll this. You're just
Uh-huh.
rolling D10 against it. D10 against your
Uh-huh.
toughness. So the 10 will fluctuate, right? So you're gonna roll toughness against the D10, which I can roll the D10 if you want, but I think if the player knows, the player can just roll the D10 themselves.
Oh, wait. So so the attack dealt me 10 damage.
Yes, but it was a D10 that knocked you, into
Oh, okay.
negative. Yeah, it's the die that is the important part.
Okay, so D10. Then that becomes. Then I have to roll higher than a 10.
You got to beat the D10. So, so let's say what knocked you below 0, knocked you into negative,
Uh-huh.
was a D10, regardless of how much damage it dealt.
Yes, a
Right?
D10 attack.
It was a
Okay.
D10 attack, and then now whenever you're trying to get back up, you have to roll your
Uh-huh.
toughness against a D10. So you're going to roll the D10 again to see if you can beat the pain, basically.
Okay. But isn't my toughness a D20 though?
Your hand to hand was a D20.
But okay. Okay, I'm a bit lost. What would I have to roll to beat that in that scenario? Like what would be the result?
So this is an attack that messed you up.
Yeah,
you're on the ground, you're writhing
I
in
got
pain.
that.
It was a
Then
D10 that did it to you. Whatever rolled, it was
yes.
a D10. Now you are trying to get back onto your feet. You're crouched down or what have you. You now have to roll toughness every round to get back up
Hmm.
against the attack that did it to you. Like Richard said, going back to the opposed rolls. You're
Hmm.
rolling basically against the attack that messed you up. Specifically, not the value, the result of the attack, but what
Hmm.
specifically messed you up.
And so I roll, but I have a toughness of 12. Shouldn't I roll a D20 to beat that number, to beat a D10?
You're just
Because
rolling
what
your
would be like beating a D10 anyhow? Like, isn't like rolling more than 10?
whatever.
That's what I'm getting lost.
So you're gonna roll the 10.
Okay.
You're both
And
rolling what did it to you, and you are rolling your D12 to try and beat the 10, the D10.
I think we're talking past each other.
Okay,
Like, what does it mean to beat the dice, though?
like rolling higher than it.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but the dice I use is the dice of the attack.
yeah. That the one that hit the one that
The
you are
die.
rolling when you're getting back onto your feet is toughness. It's just toughness.
Okay, which is a D20 in my case.
Your toughness stat is just D12. When you're punching someone hand to hand, you're calling a D12. You're calling 20. Calling a D20.
So to get the this is gonna be insane to watch. I'm sorry, Richard. You're probably like pulling hair right now. But like, okay, I'm gonna roll my toughness to see if I can get back up.
Yep.
What am I rolling?
D12. Because your actual toughness stat is D12, correct?
Yes.
That is what you're rolling.
Okay. Okay. Now I understand.
In an instance where you are punching somebody, that is involving your hand-to-hand skill, which is one step higher than your toughness.
Okay, so I roll a d12 because my toughness is 12. If I get a 11 or 12, I get... Do I stabilize to 0 or do I get back to 1?
I'm going to confuse you even more. You stabilize to 2.
No, fine. No, that is an easy to grasp concept. Okay.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh, see, they finished. Yeah. They finished. They finished. Like we're talking like trying to make it's like explaining like a light bulb to a Neanderthal, you know? Like, where do I begin, man?
I'm red as hell. I'm gonna turn this fan on. I'll be right back.
Hey, how was the game, man? What did you guys roll? What was the setting and tone? I'm gonna watch your games while I play some Minecraft. I'm back at Minecraft. Okay, but no, I understand now. Okay, so I got 2-2, but I cannot keep coming back, or do I keep coming? Is it because I think it's gonna be kind of cool? Like keep coming back, you know?
You're gonna keep coming back.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of dope.
Caveat: if you take any damage while you're in negative, you die. So if somebody comes over to you and just punches you, you're dead. So you can be coup de grace instantly.
My core is exposed. I just like slowly step on it and like I shut down.
My brain.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Awesome.
The fan.
Let me turn off my music.
Okay.
Yeah, like sounds like someone is doing the nasty. But it's very low. It's very low. You already prefaced it, so it's fine. Okay.
Similar idea. If you ever get traumatized, which good luck. It's Call of Cthulhu rules, right? What's shocking to you anymore? You roll.
So should I have a sanity below my HP or no?
It's your calm. So if you ever roll calm and you lose the calm check, you just go into a panic. You just kind of you freak out. And the game, quote unquote, gives you permission to act a fool, but just roleplay.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm all into like go crazy, man. Go crazy mode. Go stupid. Go crazy.
I spit on everybody.
No, yeah, that'll be awesome to like break down.
Mm-hmm. And then you keep rolling to try to get out of the panic. Kind of going back to toughness, same idea, right? Try to beat the thing that caused you to panic, beat the thing that knocked you to negative. When you have a limit, if you fail to get up in toughness level of rounds, then you kind of fall over and either die or get scarred. Player's choice. Mm-hmm. But I'd be very impressed if you just sit there in pain for 12 rounds and not get back up. Same thing with panic. Panic might actually happen. If you don't break out of your panic and no one calms you down, then you can just get a permanent insanity.
I see. So I lose the character?
No, I trust you. And there's a
list but like a permanent. Oh, okay. I got like a trait.
I got a perk, yeah.
I see. PTSD.
Mm-hmm. What else we got? Of course, allies can heal. Allies can therapy you. One thing you said that I want to correct. You said in the toughness example, going back to that hellhole, you gave the example of you had it. It was I rolled the d12 and against the attack that had the d10, right? And you said if I roll over 11 or if I roll an 11 or 12, I succeed, right?
Yeah.
Not exactly. The 10 is rolled as well every time you try to get back up.
Okay. But I can do that, right? I can do like this and this to compare.
That's exactly what I was saying earlier, where that can be player facing. You just remember this wound is in you. You're rolling every round to get back up and fight through the pain.
Okay.
I trust you to be able to know what did it to you and narrate trying to.
But like the next turn, I rolled the D10 again. Like it's a different result, right?
Keep going, yeah.
Okay. It's not as the same. It does not get like.
It's not cemented.
Okay.
That's what I was saying earlier about the static tests. Very few things in this game are static. Like I really love Rolling Stag's video on percentages and like swinginess. This game is fucking swingy because it's not just your roll that's swinging. It's every other person's roll against you that's swinging. So I have a D100. Yeah, but my D20 could maybe get it. It could maybe beat it.
It's a swing party.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Success. Got it.
Thank God. I was right. I was this close.
Almost let me go like with fake ideas in my mind, man. Fake worldview.
No, I meant this close to flipping the table. It's like, all right, impossible. Can never 4D. I am the weapon.
Proved. Before session 0.
Yeah, proved.
This project is cancelled.
It's a part of it, right? Get this back. Cool.
And as far as setting, sneeze. What? As far as setting goal, like, are we playing like vague city number 2, like?
So.
CDF, like CDA.
I'm down for whatever. Like I'm more than fine with getting freaky with it. Like we can.
I think it would be cool to like. This is almost like alternate reality Earth where kind of is the same but is not.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's gonna be weird tech. Like the base. The base like idea that I have for like how the enemies are detected are like everywhere. Like it's the reverse of They Live, where you are they who live, right? And there's we live. There's just like these screens of like gray, like quote unquote liquid crystal, basically these big like sheets. That in world, my kind of like pitch for it has been calling them revealers, and they're basically, if you look at an enemy on the other side, you just blatantly see what they are. So you just have like these things everywhere, and you have to kind of like be sensitive about it as an enemy, kind of keep an eye out for them, which can be something that could be 4D'd in. You know what I mean? That'd be like, oh, this, I keep an eye out. I don't see any. I go in, what have you. So stuff like that, because the Wishers, being god kings of the world and being given literal wish fulfillment powers, at least for a moment, they have ludicrous shit. I kind of think of it almost like, as far as like cities are concerned, I kind of think of it kind of like how Ravenloft has like its domains of dread, where there are just these sections of the U.S. or any country. I think country should be is a good conversation. Sections of the U.S. that are just, this is this guy's domain. We don't we don't mess with it. So and so city is turned into a Mad Max desert world. Like we just fucking the people who are there are trapped there. Good luck. This place is a jungle in the middle of the U.S. A tropical jungle.
Yeah,
freaky shit.
Okay, like it. We can go really crazy on it. That's pretty cool.
And like, this is like a kind of a hard part with like conceptualizing the character, and I realize this, but part of the pitch was also like, well, the enemies are quote unquote triggered as a reaction to the Wishers, so you can have it be very intimate, where like you knew one, and then you were like right there, like in front of them, and that's what caused your transformation. Or
so is this? But
indirectly,
are the enemies? Did the wisher wish them, or is it kind of like a counterbalance of the universe?
It's a it's
Like
a
you,
it's a
you push a
counterbalance.
door, it pushes back. Okay.
It's a counterbalance. They're like the one exception. That's the whole meme. Like they're the
Uh-huh.
enemies never existed until the Wishers took over the world.
I see. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Um, and it got a bit more complicated too. Like I have a blog post that kind of details it. Like the idea was going to be too that we should actually bring this up. The original idea was that you couldn't transform on your own. And do let me know if you want to toss this in the trash because it complicates things further in the setting. But the idea was that
Uh,
you, in order to transform, like in Kamen Rider, you had to have a
uh-huh.
device. So the
Yeah.
easiest kind of fast food device is kind of literally fast food, where the revealers that are used to detect you people, right?
Uh-huh.
They can be stolen and kind of like not grafted, but wrapped because they're sheets of like liquid crystal, to then reveal that part of the body. And like not reveal, that's the word, reveal. But that
Uh-huh.
is to say, that part of your body is now your henshin body part. Does that make sense? So it's a
But
partial
does it
transformation.
affect my whole body or just just my
With,
eye?
with the sheets, it would just be a portion of your body. Um,
Okay.
so like if your head is where you spit your goo from, then you
Uh-huh.
would wrap it around your head. Now you have your gross monster head. I know you have access to that power. Just as an example. That was again,
Uh,
that's like OC setting shit that might be too complicated for the first run through. That's already
I was
complicated.
thinking I had like a full-on transformation.
Yep. No, that is
Yeah.
the idea. Um,
Okay.
and there is a
But
there.
I like the idea of a trigger. You
Yep.
just can't, you can just go. I think like paying a price of some sort. Like hurting yourself, or
Mhm.
doing something like the trigger.
The
I think that's cool.
the full body henshin in my OC, it was a bit more complicated where it was a device. It was the it was the
Uh-huh.
it was the Hellboy right hand of doom motif where you have these gloves, or there are these gloves that are manufactured, called hard revealers. If the sheets are the
Mhm.
liquid crystal light revealers, the hard revealers were gauntlets that, being the edgy setting it is, have like these hooked retractable like pumps, like nail, like not pumps,
Mhm.
but like yeah, kind of like pumps, but they have like syringes in the tips of the hand. And the way I wrote it in my OC setting was that it had like a canister attached to it, and the canister was full of the stuff that the sheets are made from. So
Mhm.
basically, a enemy could be torn into by the gauntlet and pumped full of the shit, and then
Uh,
they could just rip off the skin like a big ass blister, and now they're their
yeah.
monster form. Um,
Oh, okay.
so that was the OC edgy Kamen Rider
Uh-huh.
belt equivalent.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'd be down to like having one of those like grafted on me already.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. We can definitely
Uh,
mess with that. But like you said, if you want to like do it something where it's just like you have like just a word, or you feel a pain or a memory
uh,
or whatever, and that's
uh-huh.
your trigger, then we can do that. But
No,
the
I'm down with like having it be like a
glove.
belt thing, or yeah, a glove
Mhm. The
uh, that
yeah.
pumps liquid crystal in my bloodstream.
Mhm.
So I basically molt into
Yes.
my, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool visual, like
Mhm.
ripping your skin.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
the we're bringing it
yeah,
back to 4D. Woo!
yeah.
I'm ripping my
I
skin
think that's pretty cool.
off. The in-world, getting more into the OC setting, was that for an enemy, and we don't have to do this again, it just complicates things further. The original pitch, I mentioned it in the Discord, where you have the sidekicks.
Uh huh.
Basically, the sidekicks are just people, but they
Eye contact.
they make contact, and it's, I forget the order. No, it is, yeah. To ritually bind yourself to an enemy, the person, the contact, or the other player, a player can play one of these for them too, sacrifices their right hand to the enemy, They get some of the enemy's powers and a ghost hand. But again, this is just more OC shit. And then the enemy then grows their hard revealer. So now they just have it grafted, permanently associated with it because they found their sidekick kind of thing.
Okay, that's cool. I'm down with that. That feels tokusatsu appropriate. It feels, yeah.
So, like you said, a contact would be fine. So, like if you have this person, a part of their function is to kind of go in society and be able to find you targets, bad people to feed you, basically. Because the other bit about the right hands, the sidekicks, is that they're immortal. As long as they're serving you, then they are functionally immortal along with you. That's the other bit. The enemies are immortal. Yeah.
So about the consuming part, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So
what's the
rate
vision here?
The rate is 1 a week. You need 1 sapient brain a week. The person who you eat the brain of has to be just a terrible person, and as subjective as that it can be, right? Like someone's always someone's enemy. I don't think it has in this kind of game, like the tokusatsu stuff, the edgy tokusatsu stuff. One manga that I don't fucking recommend reading, but I will admit is a big inspiration for this idea. It's called Jagon. It's dirt, but it shows a very like pessimistic kind of like things are just fucking shit. There's no rhyme or reason. People are just fucking horrible. So having like blatantly cartoonishly evil people that are like, we're gonna eat this guy. You know what I mean? I don't think it'll be. And conversely, those who are innocent are like comically innocent, right? Like the little Susie,
to make the act even gruesome, even more gruesome.
If you resort to it, right? If you resort to having to eat somebody, so it would be one a week. At what point you are at, like how long it's been since you ate, that'll be up to you. You can roll for it, roll D8 -1 or what have you, right? For the how many days. But yeah, as far as like visual vision, it's just you crack that bitch open and eat that brain, or however your character wants to do it.
I see. All right.
And I also paid reference to because I don't know if I want to mess with XP. The game has an XP system.
It is gonna be a one shot, right?
I was thinking
at least initially,
2 or 3 sessions.
2 or 3, okay.
Unless it bombs on the one shot,
I mean, I could just die.
That's it. But the XP system I'm not going to mess with. The what I like, the idea I came up with for enhancing your powers is through eating other enemies. So if you eat another enemy whole, then you get their entire power set. So if it's a feral enemy, if it's an ally who's like on the brink of death, then you gotta to hold on to their memory, you assimilate their body into yours. You get their entire power set, everything they have. You don't get their main stats, but you get
that is pretty cool, like conceptually, but mechanically that'll be
a nightmare. And that's it's supposed to be a nightmare. It's like do I really want all this? Because mechanically in world, on top of that, you become multiplicatively more hungry. So
you start eating for 2 now.
Yes. I did I believe it was, I want to say it was 4 I ended up going with. Yeah, so if you, multiplicatively. So the way I kind of rationalized it was if you have 2 power sets, that's 4 brains a week.
I see.
If you have 3 power sets, that's 6. So you're multiplicatively more voracious.
What happens when I just did not eat? Do I go crazy?
If you don't eat, then you
die.
Every day you test for it, and if you fail your calm, which you will with your D4, then
Uh-huh.
you lose your mind, you become feral. You can
Okay.
play it out, but
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. That's very evocative, very thematic.
same idea with the innocence. If you eat an innocent, then roll calm, or lose your mind.
Hmm. So is it any brain? Didn't it have to be like an evil guy?
Yeah, you can eat an innocent. You might go crazy, but you can eat an innocent because it's the
Oh.
line, not the cross kind of thing.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, you'll get your nourishment, but you know, have fun.
Uh, I see, I see, I see. Now I understand. Okay. All
Uh,
right.
but yeah, as far as like where to begin, I was thinking about just keeping it simple, and unless someone like says like, no, we're a biker gang, then you're just on a bus going somewhere,
Uh,
um, and we pick it up from there. Unless you have like a more
what I will do on the day, I'll decide like this. I'll do 6 plus 1, so I have a minimum of 2 days to make it like
yeah.
bearable. Like that'll be a 6 days. That's too much. But I'll do that on the day, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there.
How hungry I am,
Ah,
but
I think that'll be cool.
absolutely. And all of this is come up with it otherwise kind of thing. Determine it otherwise. I don't like that role. I'm not bound by any of these choices.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Very, very cool.
But I
Okay.
do appreciate you. You-
We need to get someone else. I love to like counterbalance this with another player.
Absolutely.
I think would be cool. Yeah, man. Anything else? Do you think?
I don't believe so. I think that we've covered all the bases. Everything functionally for the
Okay, so
system.
I think okay.
Yes.
So it is like definitely. At first, I thought it was a kind of a curse and a blessing, but this feels more like just a curse.
Yes.
There is no blessing.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's bad news.
exactly.
There's not supposed to be anything good about being what you are.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good frame of mind. But I
Like,
do think. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to add that I was the idea was to make it as miserable as possible without having like role playing rules.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I think my old hero name back when things were normal
Mhm.
was Wonderlight.
Okay, I like
Wonder,
it.
like wondering, Wonderlight. But that is a name long gone now. It means nothing no more. You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, I'm glad
Uh,
that you like the dead superhero idea. It
yeah.
was very off
So
the
now I'm just Mark. That's just my name. I'm just Mark.
cool. Alrighty.
Yeah. What?
I believe I still have to dig up what the general idea on the resistance roll even was. Like what is physically heckin' rolled, right?
Uh,
But I'll dig that up later.
okay.
But yeah, any closing thoughts?
Excited to try it out, see how it'll play. Like conceptually, I'm all in. Now I just have to see like mechanics, how they'll play out. But it should not be that, you know, that much of a hassle. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that I don't think anything will explode if we ruin the rules. Like
Exactly.
I want to
The
keep
House of
that.
Cards, right?
Yeah, I want to keep that actually very in mind. I don't give a There's a lot of shit here. There's a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but we already broke it. We already said, mutation's too confusing. I can spit on someone and make them malleable and stretch them
Yeah.
around. Like we've already done some crazy stuff, and that's good. And beyond that, it is just we're gonna show up, we're gonna role play. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Like if something gets messed up,
Yeah.
then we'll worry about it later. And did it even matter if we messed it up? Just the classic stuff. I just think it's because there's so much here that it was very like, okay, we have to think in a completely different way for certain things, like the way it does rounds.
Yeah, no, but it would be cool. We'll see if we can get someone else on board.
Mhm.
You know, be like, hey, you just have to watch 1 hour of me trying to understand the rules, but but it's pretty cool. I think that there's a lot here, and I'm like I said, I'm down to be like a dual thing as well. Okay.
Okay, you guys are having Gestalt. I don't care what you say. You're going to be a Gestalt being.
Yeah.
Funny.
I mean, I almost went with that. Fine.
That would be a very cool. If that happens, that'll be a very cool in the moment. Like, okay, how do I role play this? I'm playing a different character all of a sudden, kind of.
Yeah.
Half of one.
Oh, this is a topic for a stream, like fusion characters, like PC fusion characters, like because I think there's a lot of tricks you can pull off to get that there. Do you want to be like an adversarial thing or a complementary thing? Like if it's adversarial, maybe both players both narrate what they want to do and they roll to see what gets through every single action. So it feels like there's a clash, but if they're like driving together, they say something, they take turns, like they don't know what they're going to, but they're moving. There's a lot of little tricks. This could be a stream.
That's the Alien X, the Ben 10.
Yeah,
everybody has to agree. Get a third one. You get a fourth person in there.
Exactly. But all right, man, awesome.
Yep.
Pretty excited to paint the town red.
Yep. Alrighty, I'll try to, for whomever is interested, I will try to post some notes for what was agreed upon and what was settled, in the Discord in our little chat.
All right.
Alrighty. You have a
Awesome,
nice night.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks people watching as well.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Bye-bye.